Hi, I'm Joe with Rogue Fabrication. Today I want to show you guys an exciting new upgrade for our Model 600 bender. It works on the 600 and the XHD. It is a backstop assembly. So this entire thing that pivots right here is the backstop assembly. And it usually attaches with 2 bolts, but our older machines, like this one here, there's a set of pads. So this can just cantilever off the front pivot and then set down on your machine. And what this is for is making accurate repeat parts with bends in the same place. Our webpage will explain that there's 3 things that set up a 3-dimensional part, and that is the spacing between bends, how far you rotate, and the rotation between bends. And so spacing between bends is historically just set with a tape measure, but with a backstop assembly you can actually have a hard stop where you can set the distance between bends or the distance between the end of a tube and a bend. Combine that with our angle cube for rotation and the degree indicator already on the machine, or one of these, and you can actually indicate with a scale on the machine every one of those 3 degrees that dictates how tubing is made. So it gives you a lot more repeatable parts, and this thing is a snap to set up. There's a scale here, which I'll show you in a minute, and you just put it to the place where it's supposed to be, and then you lock it down, and then when you put the tubing in the machine, it just goes up against the stop, and it's in the same place every time. So a relatively untrained operator can make exactly the same part over and over and over again, and that helps keep your business profitable and reduce scrap, obviously. So I want to show you how this adjusts. The carriage obviously slides. It's got UHMW polyethylene slides. That's ultra high molecular weight plastic, and it's really fancy, really high wear resistant plastic. And then it's got these 2 scales on it. The reason why there's 2 scales is because there's 2 adjustable degree or offset indicators, and if you flip the entire assembly around, it adjusts where the tubing stops. You saw in the machine it was set up like this, where the tubing hits the front end. Well, you can see right through this. The tubing will go all the way through this and hit the back. So we were able to get a lot more displacement out of it by having it offset a lot further. So this can really do some long offsets and distances between bends to give you greater flexibility in a smaller package. It goes anywhere from 8 inches to 55 inches, and that's measuring from the center of the bend, or really the start of the bend, to where the tubing is in the machine. So that generally will make all of your motorsports application parts, your suspension parts. The things it might not cover is hand railings. We will be making an extension that will attach onto the back and cover those, that we can get a little bit further. And to adjust the zeros on this, you just loosen the 2 screws, and this little guy moves back and forth. And they are independently adjustable, so that when you flip this around in the assembly, if for some reason your scales aren't exactly where you want them, you'll be able to have it as accurate as you can get it that way. So this is the best way to make accurate parts with our machine, and they're available now. And be sure to watch all of our other videos for great tech information, and follow us on Facebook.